Welcome to this episode of the Elusive Panda. I'm Brian Kaler, and today's episode is part of the Photo Ops series, where I share some of my favorite photo locations and hopefully inspire you to visit and make your own photos and memories. Today we're visiting Marion Sansom Park in northwest Fort Worth, located just off of Loop 820. This park is well known in the mountain biking community for its challenging single track, but it also hides one of the most unique photo opportunities inside the DFW metroplex. A short steep hike down from the parking lot reveals two scenic waterfalls and terrific opportunities for birdwatchers. Head down in the morning for best light, but take your boots and bug spray and watch for snakes. Access is limited. Unfortunately, this is not a good location for those with disabilities. Marion Sansom Park and the surrounding area is named for banker and rancher Marion Sansom Sr., an instrumental developer in the Fort Worth stockyards and the Fort Worth Stock Show in the late 1800s. Today, Marion Sansom Park lies on part of his 7,000-acre ranch, which was sold in 1906. Let's head down the hill and see how the recent rain has affected the waterfalls. But we finally made it down here. Believe it or not, this is not actually the big falls that we're going to. This is just a little small side falls that goes into a creek. The dam is right up here, and it creates this big, flat, shallow area. And then when there's been a lot of rain, like right now, it's pouring into this little side area. I can see some baby herons, some maybe white egrets or something. I might be able to get a good shot of those with the other camera that I brought. Here we are. I've had trouble finding a good spot to take photos from because the water is so high that I can't go any farther down the bank and look at the waterfall more head on. But this is a nice angle looking past the tree right here a little bit. When I take photos of water, I like to take long exposures to kind of blur it a little bit. And it's so bright out here that I'm using both a circular polarizer and a 10-stop neutral density filter. So with the 10-stop neutral density filter at f8, I'm able to slow my shutter speed down to 10 seconds, which is pretty long. And that's going to completely smooth out all of the water, maybe even some of the clouds. One thing that I haven't shown you yet is that this camera, which is filming right now, my A6300, is actually a full spectrum modified camera. I usually have a infrared blocking filter on it, but right now I'm going to take that filter off and show you this scene in infrared and see what that looks like. This is full on infrared at 720 nanometers. I think 720 is a pretty common infrared filter. You'll notice that the tree leaves are very bright white, and then the water in the sky gets darker. Those are just the reflective properties of water and organic material and infrared. I'm going to take the camera now and walk around and give you some footage in infrared just to see what it's like. So that concludes our hike down to the waterfall. And if you're in the DFW area, you should definitely come to see it at least one time because it's pretty impressive. Be prepared, you need hiking boots and you're going to be in some scrubby stuff and your feet might get wet. So it's definitely a little bit of an adventure, but totally worth it. To see the waterfall and the wildlife, especially if you're into birding. Bring a telephoto lens and you can get some amazing shots of herons and other animals down here. Tune in for the next episode of the Elusive Panda. See you around.